The picturesque Blue Ridge Mountains are part of a Virginia park system that attracts more than 22 million visitors annually. The natural beauty represents more than a simple retreat to fourth-year environmental studies major Jenny Johnstone. It's an academic pursuit.
So I'm always just telling everyone all this stuff and they're like, Jenny, we don't care. And I'm like, you should, it's really cool. That rock there is really cool. Yeah, it's the quartz coming through it in veins like this. It's because it cooled slowly over time and all crystallized into one part instead of being all spread out. Okay, cooled quickly. This tree is actually growing out of a rock and it's managed to establish itself and get enough nutrients from the rock and the poor soil on top to grow probably about 30, 40 feet tall, which is pretty impressive. When I first came into university, I had no idea what I wanted to study, which was great because you can come in first year and take a ton of different classes and pick out the ones you like. And I took Introduction into Environmental Sciences and loved it immediately. The processes that the Earth is capable of going through are just so gigantic compared to us tiny little humans, and I find that stuff so interesting. Most people just look by and think, oh, that's just a rock, but actually there's so much history behind it, and it's just something that has always really interested me in seeing how things formed and then what they can go on to be after that. Water and freeze thaw and different types of erosion have all been working together in order to crack the rock, and at one point what's going to happen is one part will give way and the whole rock will just become tons of little different assimilated pieces. I figured I'm here in America, so why not take advantage of it? I got a job working as a group leader for a crew of girls for Virginia State Parks. I just love being able to teach them and spend time with the girls, and we lived in a wood cabin for 3 weeks. There was like no Wi-Fi, no internet, and it was just great getting back to like nature and helping younger kids understand the importance of our world and our environment around us today. So much of that just goes unseen with the youth of today, and I think that's a massive part of my study as well.
From studies in the environmental sciences to her passion on the turf field, the senior goalkeeper has found a true home at UVA. Her decision to leave her hometown of Paisley, Scotland more than 4 years ago has paid off for both team and student athlete.
They flew me over, I visited, I loved it instantly, fell in love with the entire idea of American athletics and the university and being an athlete and studying in America. So I pretty much committed the next day. As soon as I flew home, I talked to my parents, I was like, I want to go to America.
It does take a special person to really come over and just kind of go out on a limb. You don't know anybody in the American system, you don't know how the American system works, then to just jump into a university. It's a pretty impressive feat.
In Jenny's case, she was very interested in the academics, and yes, she wanted a good hockey program, but she also wanted a university where she could continue her studies. It was important to her family and also to her. But she's a true goalkeeper. She's a different person on the field than off the field, obviously. She's just a very personable young woman, and she can speak her mind. And then on the field, she becomes Jenny the goalkeeper. They put that helmet on, and you know, she gets that fire in her eyes.
Hit the goalie again! Hit her again! I'm a perfectionist when it comes to me playing. I want my defenders in the right place at the right time. I want them to make the right tackle and do the right thing, and they know that. I demand it of them, and I demand it of myself as well. I'm a massive perfectionist with how I play as well. Like, if a save's not perfect, then the next one will be.
She has a way of coming up with these amazing saves that really kind of puts a fire under the team and helps them fight a little bit harder. Let's say the defense kind of gets in trouble, Jenny comes up with something ridiculous that the whole team then feeds off, and they're like, we can do this. If Jenny can do it, we can do it. And now as the end of the season kind of comes near, it's who's going to dig deep and fight for each other.
While a strong finish to her UVA hockey career with close teammates is of paramount importance, the entirety of the Virginia experience is not lost on Johnstone.
In my time here, the most important thing has been my team. I've loved building and being part of something that's been built that's hopefully going to leave a massive legacy behind us, especially at the end of this season. With that, I've also taken all the studies that I've had as well. I've learned so much while I've been here. The things I've learned here can be applied all over the world, wherever I end up. I just have this deep appreciation for the Appalachians and the Virginia mountains and nature right here. It's just amazing.